So in today's lecture, we will be discussing about cost of debts. If you have seen the last video where we have discussed about the basic concept and the overview of cost of capital. In cost of capital, we said that first of all, we are supposed to calculate the specific cost of capital with respect to all the financing. That we can say the cost of equity, cost of debts, and cost of preference. And with the help of the specific cost of capital of each and every sources, we will try to calculate the overall cost of capital. While for calculating the overall cost of capital, we have to calculate the cost of equity and cost of debts and cost of preference. In today's lecture, we will be discussing about cost of debts. Cost of debts means include all those various sources where interest is being paid by the company. That means it can be in the form of debts, in the form of bonds, debentures, or any type of borrowing. These are the various sources who are getting interest for the specific period itself. But whatever the debts the company invites, those debts can be in the form of infinite period, or they can be brought in the company for a specific period. If they are in the company for an infinite period, we can say as perpetual debts, or if they are going to remain with the company for a specific duration, they can be called as redeemable debts. In today's lecture, we will discuss about the perpetual debts, which can also be called as the irredeemable debts itself. So in today's lecture, we will be discussing about the perpetual debts. That means the irredeemable cost of debts. And later on in the next video, in lecture, we can take up the redeemable debts. With respect to the irredeemable debts, as you are aware that these debts are going to remain in the company for long duration, long period, or we can say infinite. So the calculation with respect to perpetual debts is very easy. That whatever the amount of interest that is being paid, that interest amount can be considered as the cost of debts. That means if we try to bring in the form equation, then interest divided by the issue price, you can easily get the cost of debts. This thing we will try to take up with the help of the board itself so that you can understand in a better way. But we are supposed to calculate the cost of debts after tax also. So for calculating that, we can say cost of debts after tax, that is 80 after tax, means we can say that whatever the interest amount, or else we can say not the interest amount, we should say that whatever the interest amount again, whatever the interest amount that we are having minus the tax, 1 minus t. This I can be considered as the interest amount, or this I is the before tax itself. Means you can write in this way, you can write as I or KD before tax. Then whatever the before tax you have calculated, 1 minus t will give you the after tax. So the example that we are trying to take up, that issued at 10% and the debenture amount or the bond amount is rupees 1 lakh. And suppose we have to take up 3 cases. When this debt is issued at par, or else when this debt is issued at discount of 10%, or when this debt is issued at premium of 10%. That means the same equation we will try to take up in 3 ways. Debt issued at par, debt issued at discount, that means lower than the face value. This is the face value. Or we can say debt issued at premium. In first case, when it is issued at par, the equation says that KD is equal to interest 10% 10% of 1 lakh is 10,000. 10,000 upon 1 lakh. How much? It comes to as 10% only. Now when we calculate after tax, we can say KD after tax 10 1 minus T, and T is given as 35%. That means 65% of 10. Calculate it. 10 multiplied by 0.65. How much? 6.5. It will come to as 6.5%. This will be your after tax. See, as you are aware that the interest amount that we make the payment, the interest amount that is paid to the debt holder, it always helps us in reducing our tax liability. We have discussed earlier also. So you can see that actually the interest is being paid as 10,000, which is coming to as 10%. But the cost of the company is only 6.5%. That means 3.5% is being saved by the company. Now when we take the second case, that issued at discount of 10%. Issued at discount of 10%. Again 10,000 and divided by 90,000. How much? 0.11. It means 11%. It means 11%. After tax we can say as 11% 1 minus T. How much? 11 multiplied by 0.35. 11 multiplied by 0.65.
71.5.
Again?
71.5.
71.5. 71.5. How it is possible?
7.15.
7.15. Right. It should be 7.15%. So discount is over. Now we take up the third part, that is the premium part. The premium part we can say as the third is issued at premium, that is also given as 10%. Again KD is equal to 10,000 is the interest amount and divide by 110,000. 1,10,000. How much? 0.9. That makes 9%. That makes 9%. And after tax we can say 80. That is 9%. 1 minus T. T is 35%. So 9 multiplied by 0.65? 5.85. It is coming as 5.85. See, you can easily see that when means we can say when the discount was there with respect to, means when it was issued at par, it was 6.5. Discount is there, it has been increased. But when premium is there, it has been decreased. That means in the hand of the company, because the company is able to collect more money, because the face value is rupees 100, but it is the face value is rupees 1 lakh and it has issued at 10% premium. Right. So in this way we can repeat most easy method, perpetual or irredeemable. Nothing means whatever the interest amount is given, that interest amount will be considered as the cost of debt if the tax is not given. If the tax is given, you deduct 1 minus T, you will get cost of debts after tax. Right?